Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. Today is Wednesday and we're going to play with some envelopes. Go pull out your envelopes and let's get started. We're going to make, I just put this together really quick to see how I wanted to do it. So we're going to do like a journal insert today. But this could be like actually built upon and become an actual journal. And we've done one of those before. I did it a little differently than this one, but I kind of think I like the way this one came together. So I wanted to show you what I did. And I went in and I pulled up, let's see. I'm going to bring this camera up just a tad. Let me readjust, okay? Sorry about that. Got my mess over here. But I want to make sure that I can, kind of do stuff in front of you guys and not be off camera because, yeah, there we go. Okay. So anyway, what I was going to say is I grabbed envelopes with and without windows, and I grabbed different sizes because if I want them, I mean, they're all approximately the same pretty much. I mean, as you can see, there's a few that are shorter. Most of them are the same size. And then a few of them are longer. What I have found is most of the time your outside envelopes, the package, whatever it is that comes in it, tends to be the one with the window, and it tends to be a little bigger. And then the ones that are on the inside, I've noticed most of the time don't have a window and they're a little shorter, right? So I grabbed both and I thought it'd be fun if we want to cut them down equally, we can. If we want to leave them the way they are, we can. It's totally by your choice. So, first of all, what I did was, and I thought I might use, let's see, this one and this one to put on the front and the back because that'll be like my cover, my sort of cover. I am not going to use all of these because that would be a really thick insert. So what I am going to do is I'm going to just use, I don't know how many of these, but it'll get to be about, yay thick. And then we're going to decorate it, and that might take a second video. I'm not sure. Hopefully it won't, but you never know. Anyway, I'll go ahead and use two of the larger ones. And I'm using my glue stick, and I'm trying a different one. It's actually Scotch, but I got it at Joann's. It's the purple, but it is a permanent. So in case you are interested in that, it's the purple glue stick, mega size by Scotch. Okay. And so far it's working good. So the first one I did, I just stuck them together. So I took one envelope inside. Let's see, it's going to be a little bit bigger, I think. Are these the same height? Oh, gosh. Oh, no, it's going in. It's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to put, and I'm not even worried about putting a glue page down. I'll just clean my mat up afterwards. It's okay. Just for this part. Okay, so when you put this in, pardon me, I have had a frog in my throat for weeks, just sinusy. I think it's the cold. I'm just going to stick this in here, okay, and try to try not to lay it flat until I've got it placed where I want it. And I want that to be able to close over that one, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and press that in. Grab my... You just wipe up your glue stick if you've got any on there. Okay, so when I cover these, instead of covering and leaving these open, I'm going to be reinforcing them by putting my paper. I'm going to be closing the insides off, and I'm going to be trimming the edges either on the side or above for my pockets. Okay, that's what I've decided to do. You can, of course, leave these open and make this your opening if you'd like. I'm just preferring not to do that this time. Okay, now I'm going to grab another one. And what we're going to do is, I've got to remember how I did this. We're going to fold it back, okay? And we're going to put this flap onto this envelope, okay? So it's going to be like that, all right? And then you're going to have another flap behind. Does that make sense? So you're going to fold this flap backwards, okay? And then we're just going to glue this flap to the back side of that. So since this one's a little bit shorter, I am going to start like about right there, since the envelope is shorter than the other envelope. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put it like this, and then I'm going to put the envelope where I want it, and I'm going to bring it right to that edge. Okay. I think I'll bring it down a little bit. There we go. So it's kind of centered on this one. And so now we have, and scooch it out a little bit so it's right there on that edge. Because when I do my cover, I'm not sure how I'm going to do the cover yet, but I want to make sure these are as even as possible. Okay, so now we have a flap sticking out, and we have so far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. Cool? Okay. It's not complicated, but fun. So I'm going to grab another one here that's a little taller, I think. And I am going to go ahead and hit this right here where I missed, just so I've got glue on that part. I want to make sure it's connected very good to that surface. There we go. Now I'll just wipe my glue off there. Okay. Now, again, we're going to fold that flap backwards. And then I am going to, how did I do that again? Oh, there we go. I'm like, how did I do that again? I had to do it a few times today. I was like, okay, I'm confusing myself, so I got to make sure I've got this down. All right. We're going to put some glue on the back of the flap again. So these flaps are just going to be like our hinges. They're connecting us to the next part that we need them connected to. Okay. Leaving the flap out again. We are going to sit this down and connect it there. And again, take it to the edge. Make sure you get it as close on the edge as you can, so you're even. Okay. I like this purple glue. It's kind of cool. It's like the blue yoo-hoos. You can see it, you know. That's nice. Okay. And then you want to go in and make sure, yeah, right here, you got some glue, so you want to make sure you don't glue your pages together. Now, I could have pre-prepped these and papered them before I started and did stuff like that, but I wanted these flaps to be hidden underneath, and I'm not going to worry about like the edges, because I'm going to distress, so I don't need the papers to fold over. I mean, but if we could fold the papers over from one side to the other if we wanted, and that would get rid of the line there, you know. I mean, just depends. I mean, how we do it. We'll see. But I think it'll be cute. Let's see. Let's do another one. Oh, those are my covers. Never mind. Let's do another one over here that has a window. Okay, so we've got another window envelope. Fold it backwards. Now this one's a little bit taller. I'm trying to kind of center them. And then that way, if I want to trim any of them down, I can. But on this one here, what I did was the one that was taller, I brought it even to the bottom and even on the side. But then I can trim that top off and either leave this open, leave this longer. You know how we scatter sizes of pages in our journals, so I don't think it's a big deal. However you decide that you want to do it is going to be fine. Okay. And when you're doing this, your flap, you're going to be gluing this to the base of the opening of the other envelope, this flap to this back part. Okay, so that's what can help you remember which way you want to go, because you want your flap to stick out. You want the back flap to be stuck to the back of the envelope. Okay? Okay. After you do it a couple times, I mean, at least for me, I'm starting to remember now. This is the first time I've done one like this. I think I think I saw somebody do this one time. I gotta admit though, I didn't watch the whole video. I'm pretty sure that it's out there. I don't know who it was. So I'm sorry. I have no idea. And I don't even know if, like I said, I think I saw someone do it, but I'm not completely sure. I've never done it like this with my junk mail envelopes. So for me, this is a new way to do it. So, but I think it's going to be cool once it's done. You know how it is when we first start? It's like having your hair done. It never looks good until they're finished with it. I think I've told you before, my mom was a beautician and she would never let people see their hair before she finished it. She wouldn't let them turn around and look at it because she was like, no, because you're going to be thinking I didn't do a good job. And I promise you when it's done, you'll like it. She was funny that way. Okay, I'm going to use a little shorter one again. Now this little guy is getting thicker and I am going to be decorating it. So it is going to have a little bit of a bulge. So I need to keep that in mind because I could just keep going on and gluing because I've got thousands of envelopes. Oh, not thousands, but hundreds. I've been collecting for, what, 2.5 years now. And pardon me, I'm tired all of a sudden. And so, yeah, I have a lot of envelopes. Oh, I'm on the wrong side, aren't I? Am I on the wrong side? Probably. Yeah, I am on the wrong side. It's this side. See, I told you. I forget. It's a brand new project for me. So I'm going to do one more small one, and then I'm going to do one more bigger one, and that'll be it until I do the covers. Okay? And I'm just not sure how yet I want to put the cover on, because what I'm thinking is I might bind these two with some double-sided tape. And I might go ahead and do them like a cover, and then maybe sew this into, because this would be sewable once it's put together and once we've got the papers on it and stuff. I may sew it in possibly like down the center, you know, with the sewing machine. That's what I was thinking. So I'm not super sure how I'm going to do it yet, but that is an idea. Okay, this one I need glue on, and then this one I need to make sure I have on the right side, like that. Okay. Yes, this is Tara. This is how she talks to herself. I love you guys. Thank you for putting up with me. Sometimes I'm absolutely shocked that y'all stay with me every day. I'm serious. Okay, let's see here. I sure do appreciate it though, because it'd be a bummer to sit here by myself every day and talk to myself. Okay, so now we've got this together, and I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do one more, and I think I'll do a bigger one this time. Maybe one with a window, if I can find a window here. Ah, a window. Fold it back. Now, I actually, there we go. Okay, I actually was thinking about this, you guys, and what I would do when I got to the end, if I'm going to glue this flap down, or if I'm going to make it available for the covers, you know, like to glue to the covers. Because at this point, we could glue this around and kind of seal this off, right? So it's very nicely put together, you know, except for we're gluing it down. There we go. See, it's really together well. Got some good pages to work with here. I think I might do that, yeah, because I like this sewing idea. And this is just going to strengthen and reinforce, because these envelopes, you know how they are. They can, if you don't really reinforce them, that's why I'm not using the inside of them, because I have a tendency to rip them, and I have to reinforce them so much that it kind of, when I try to do something like this, that I was trying to figure out a way to bring these all together, and I don't want to utilize the openings on them because I know I'll rip them. I don't know about you, but like these. This is like the front. Okay, so like I'm going to cover this because of the simple fact that I know me and I'll rip them. So it was just easier to give them, you know, to glue them down. Now I was thinking about utilizing my kit. Now let me look here really quick. I honestly have not, it's not quite big enough, is it? That direction. Yeah, so they're a little taller. So, what can I do? Yeah, I would have to have them this way. Well, you know what we could do? We could do a little bit of collaging, which is always fun, right? We like collaging. Now this one, I can utilize this opening to tuck in for the window, okay? So, what do I want to use for the window? Let's see. I think I might try to go ahead and go for it with my kit because I really, you guys know, I don't use my own work very often. And I really should use my own stuff. Now that I've actually got a few kits, I want to see something. If I cut this down, I bet you. Oh, but you know what? She'd be really, really pretty inside the cover. Huh. Did I glue this shut? I think I did. Yeah, that one's glued shut. That's fine. I'll have to open it. See? She'd be pretty in here. All I'd have to do is cut her down just a touch. Let's see. Let's try that. How much? I want the whole picture to show. Actually, maybe it's the side. Just this side. Let's try that. I can always reprint this if I absolutely mess it up, but I'm hoping that would help. Let's see, how much is over? So it's only about 1/4 of an inch. I got to be really careful how much I take off because I could easily take off too much. But I want, for the most part, I want her face to show. So I would probably want to bring this. Let's see, how wide is this window? Oh, wow. Okay. So we're going to take a little tiny bit more off. And then we're going to bring just... Oh, I hope I didn't cut too much. Tina is so good about eyeballing this kind of stuff. When she cuts stuff down, I'm always amazed at how she... Oh, it fits. Right there. Right there. That's it, you guys. I got her. So I'm going to put her in there right now. Even though I'm not going to probably do the cover. I just really love this picture and I think she'd be perfect for the front. So we're going to do a grungy little, on mine, you can do anything you want on yours if you're joining in, but on mine I'm going to do a grungy little steampunk look because I think it'll be fun. And see what I can do with my own kit because I don't work with my own papers on camera nearly enough. And I love how Tina uses her own kits and how others use their own kits, you know. I'm over here making them and I'm not using them. That's silly, huh? Okay, I don't want to go too far over. Come on now. Oh, no, 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 don't you dare. Get up. Come on. Oh, Tara, honey. See, I'm speaking to myself much gentler than I usually do. There. Okay. Now. There we go. There we go. Okay. Got her in. Yay. Look at my cover. She's so pretty. I love that picture so much. Okay. So, and she's like right where I want her to be. And you know what I think I'll do? I think I'm going to make this a top loading pocket. And I think I'm going to seal this right here with some double tape or some double-sided tape real quick. And then that way the pocket's short and it doesn't cut into her when I put stuff in it. And that'll be a little bit different, right? So we're just going to use a little piece of tape. You guys were so sweet to give me tips on my tape. And, you know, when I'm on camera, I totally forget what y'all said. I know somebody said to put a little bit of glue, and then that will kind of help me to control and be able to move it. Yeah. I'm horrible about following, like, written instruction like that. I know, sounds silly, but I am. Okay, so somebody told me if I just put a touch of glue, do I have to put glue on the whole thing, or do I have to just put glue, like, right, you know, and it'll help me to keep it moving? I don't know. We'll see how successful I am with that. Okay, I'm just going inside the envelope here, if I can get it in there. I just want to cut off, like, right there. Oh, I actually laid it down pretty good. What do you know? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so right across, and then I'm going to trim this off. And this is just for me to seal this and make it a pocket that isn't impacting her, because I don't want anything to, oh my gosh. Now I'm seeing that I actually have a spot right here where I put her too far over. It's too late to fix that. She's glued down. So I will be making sure that's distressed or covered, or actually, I think I'll do that right now. I'm going to throw some distress on the side of this picture so it doesn't stand out. I'll show you what I did in a second. I just browned the edge right there where that white is. Not quite dark enough, but it'll be okay. I'll fix it. I'm not worried about it. Pull our tape and just there. So this up here is going to be open for the cover. Actually, because it's a cover, I really, now that I'm thinking about it, but it is sealed nice with that tape. It wouldn't be bad to have a little pocket on the cover, huh? Yeah, I think that'd be fine. There. So there is the top, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue this closed. Just run some glue along here. Oh, I shouldn't have done it right there. I want that pocket part to, there. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, good. That's open. Good. Okay. So anyway, that'll be my cover. And now let's go back to this part. What time is it? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I bought a new brown, timber brown StazOn yesterday. It was on sale. And I needed one so bad. I like to have brown and black in inks, you know, permanent ink. Let me grab my drink real quick, kids. I like to have permanent black and brown because that way, you know, there's the standard colors, and I just think it's good to have permanent no matter what, in case I use it on something I'm going to decoupage or whatever. But this one is so fresh and juicy, and it's really wet. So I thought it'd be good to maybe fill in some edges, or I could collage some edges. Like, let's just for fun, let's throw a piece of paper on here. Okay. Oops. Sorry, guys. Being loud, spilling and dropping. So yeah, let's collage around my edges, and also I will, like, if it's got writing like this does. And I just grabbed this piece off my desk right here. It's not even anything. It's just literally a scrap of paper. I'm bringing it over that back part, so there's like a covering on this part. Okay, and I'll put a little more glue on here. Yeah, I think I like this. I don't usually go to Joann's as often, and so I didn't realize that they carried a Scotch permanent glue, and I was really excited when I saw it. Okay. And then I'll just go ahead and take that and glue it over the edge so I don't even have to cut anything, right? And that was just a little strip off my desk. So now that whole section is covered up. So depending on who I put on here, you know, it'll be like that, and I can just distress it and I'm good to go. I kind of like that idea. I'm looking here at my papers because I'm thinking I have some more coffee dyed paper. I thought I had some close at hand, but now I'm thinking I might not. I do have some of these fun Tim Holtz ones I got like what, about a month ago when I went up, or 2 months ago when I went to Sierra Springs. Oh my gosh, it's already been 2 months ago. Time is flying. So what do you think? What do you guys think? Should I use, because this has got a window, okay? So I'm going to pause for a sec because I want to get my paper, my carbon paper, and draw so I can cut it out and make sure that it's covered on this outer part. Hold on one second. Okay guys, I'm back. I brought some coffee dyed paper so I don't need to run around getting it if I need some. And I got my carbon paper. Oh, I got the yawns for a second there, sorry. So this one, I think, do we want to do a top load? I think I'm going to do, because it's got the window. No, this is one that's open, so I'm going to go ahead and utilize this, and then I'll cover it however I choose to. But okay, so what do I want to put in there? Let's look here and see what I have that I could use. I've got these. No, I don't think they're tall enough here. Let's see. I've got this. Let's see. I love putting women's faces in these windows. What do you think? If I get her over some, I wonder if I trim this down, I can probably bring her into view. Let's see. Almost. She's almost there. I just need to take... Take a little bit more. Kind of like the other one. She's right up. I'm still learning, you know, how to perfect. I'm still getting my style down with how to perfect where I place stuff. And with her, I'm seeing that she's, again, like the other one, right on the edge. And it's kind of a, oops, not quite. Okay. Then you can see her face, and you can see the clock in the window. And I like that. So let's see if we can, oh, how am I going to do this right? I want to do this right. I'm going to put some glue along the edge. I'm so shaky. And the problem is I got to go right up on her forehead. I'm hoping this will look okay. And there we go. Mostly, I'm hoping I can get this in there without getting glue all over the window of the envelope. So I'm going to open it like, I'm going to try to open it like this so I can see what in the world I'm doing. Ugh, very awkward. Very, very awkward. Oh gosh, Tara. Yep, I got it on the window. See, I got it on the window. That's what I was trying to avoid. Okay. A wet cloth will take it off right away. I may not be able to do this as good as I thought. You know what I could do to make this easier for myself? I could just cut this open. I had somebody write in a video the other day that I did a good save on something, and I'm like, yeah, I have a lot of experience because I constantly am like, I get ahead of myself and make mistakes, and If you hold this down when you're slicing something thin underneath an edge, because see, I can re-glue this down. Now this is open. I'll have to cut through this, but that's okay. Okay, I'll fix it in a sec. Anyway, because I'll cover that anyway. But now I can just go in here and correct my error. So I'm going to clear this off, which is the glue that's streaking across the window. Okay. Dry it off. There we go. Now, we're going to go ahead and just put some glue around this here. And I am going to bring this over. Wait, maybe I should do it like this. No, I want to bring it this way. And I'm going to go ahead and just adjust her to where I want her. Okay. There. There we go. There. Okay. Now, wish I'd have thought of that before. It was much easier that way. And then we just run a little glue up this edge again. Run a little bead of glue up this edge. And seal her down. And nobody's any the wiser. And we're going to cover this anyway. So now we have somebody in this window, which I really like. You know, part of her nose got cut off. But that's okay because she's kind of, what's that word I'm looking for? Like abstract, you know. I mean, she's just there. She's just a cool piece there. Okay. So now let's go ahead and use this. How am I going to do this? Oh yeah, I remember what I did. I just kind of felt my way. I use these little, I don't even know what these are. They're for indentation, you know. And I just kind of take it around the edge of the window. And I put the paper I want to use, which I'm not sure yet. Let's pick one. We got to pick a paper. Maybe I'll use her paper. And for this page, where is she? She's here somewhere. I have to find her. Here we are. Here we are. Okay. So, I was going to say, maybe we will, well, that would be kind of fun to have her on the outside and then have the opening and have it be the clock and the neck of, you know what I'm saying? Let's try it. I think that might be kind of cool looking. So, what I want to do is, I want the window to be here, like that. So, first I'm going to cut this so that it's fitting this page. Yeah. I always flip stuff underneath so I can see where I'm going up against. And I may need to trim it a little bit, but it's okay. Okay, because now I need it here, so I'm going to bring this on the inside, like so, and put it right up against, yeah, no wait, oh that's not good, I'm still needing it to be right there. How should I do this? Should I do it? So I need it to be here. Gosh, guys, my brain just doesn't work this good. You know what? I may just go ahead and do the black on the outside, even though I don't really want to, but yeah, because I usually do it on the back, but yeah, it's not quite working for me here, unless I did it like this, but I can't feel the window from on this side. And I could, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. It's gonna be fine. I am going to go for it. I'm going to kind of put this like that. It'll get trimmed off anyway. Let's see. All right, we're going to do it, okay? Yes, yes we are. I'm just going to put it right there. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. Yeah. Okay. Now I have a little window there to cut out. I'm going to use my smaller scissors and just watch your finger if you do something like this. Make sure you don't poke yourself. But I'm just going to go up here. Hard to do these corners is why I kind of cut it so I had something to hold on to. Okay. Good thing is with these tiny ones you can kind of get up in here. I got these at Walmart for $4.99, maybe $5.99. I think it was $4.99. I remember they were really cheap and I was surprised. But they work good. They're kind of cute like the ones you see on Amazon. Actually, I think I've seen them on Amazon, this particular set of scissors. So at this point, I usually just cut everything out of there so I have more room to work. Okay. And this is, you know, I usually, before I got carbon paper, I would just collage around my windows. And then I saw somebody using carbon paper and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. So I got it and it does work. I mean, as you'll see, it does do the trick. See? And there's a little tiny, looks like, no, actually, it's right there. It's right there. But if you want, what I did the other day, and I'm not going to do it with that one, it's too strong. Let me grab my inks over here. What time is it? Okay. That's why I said this might be a couple of days project, because it's a little bit, it's a lot of work to do this. But all I'm going to do is go inside on this white and just distress the white here so that when it's up against the envelope, the picture, it doesn't look quite as bright. Okay, and I'm not trying to really super darken it. I'm just trying to darken those white lines. I mean, you could really, I guess we could distress it a lot more than that. I don't know. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, so there it is. So she's there in the window, but then she's here on the page, which I kind of like. And so I'm going to trim this side off, and I'm going to be covering this with some coffee paper, some coffee dyed paper again. Or, because only this little part of it, I could actually just do some distressing down the side before I glue it down, and that would be fine as well. And the reason it's not right up on that edge is because I brought it in, because I did the tracing with this on the inside, and it's kind of a little further out. Okay, that's why. But like I said, I don't mind, because I'm going to be distressing and doing stuff on the edges of these, so it'll be kind of cool looking. Let me grab a piece of coffee dyed paper. Oh, I'm about to dump everything off my desk. I've got a pile going on over here, and it's at an angle, and everything's falling. Okay, it's not good. get this to get back up there. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and like I did with this one and wrapped it around, I think I'm going to do the same thing with this. So I'm just going to, and I only need an edge. Grab it. Let's see. I don't need it to be a ton of paper. There, should do it. Whoever told me to use a metal ruler to tear stuff, that was much better. You're right. Somebody had advised me, just use a metal ruler. And you're right. That worked better. Okay, so we're just going to cover this whole edge here. I really don't need this whole thing, but it's okay. This is kind of good because it's just reinforcing this spine slash sort of spine. I don't know. It's sort of a spine. And I'm just going to go ahead and trim that part off. Felt like I was cutting through an envelope, but it's just the paper's doubled up right there, I think. There we go. All right, I'm going to move this carbon paper out of the way. That's making me nervous. The sound of it is annoying me. Okay, now we'll do a little bit. I want to make sure, yeah, we've got this side now. Oh, wait, duh. Okay, so that side, so we just need a piece across here. Very small piece. I don't need a large piece at all. Okay. In fact, that's a little bit too wide. Shoot. What's a little tear here and there between friends, right? And I think once this goes on, that'll cover. Yeah, it's going to be fine. Okay. And I'll go ahead and tuck that around the corner. So it's just, it'll get covered underneath something later. Or I'll utilize it, you know, to be there for the next piece that goes down. Whatever. Okay. I haven't decided if I want this to be a side opening pocket or if I want it to be a top. I want it, you know, to go back and forth. I don't want any of it to... There we go. So that's going to be like that. And I am going to trim this along the edge. So I might use this as a side load pocket, I think. I think that'll be a good idea. So we're going to go ahead and put our glue on here. I don't know. This is thick paper. I wonder if, I hope this holds. I'm thinking I should use the tacky glue because this is cardstock here. I don't usually use. We'll see how good it is, right, guys? I just don't usually use this type of glue for this big a surface or this type of paper. So that's all I'm saying. And I'm making a mess all over my thing. I'm going to have to, but I got to make sure I get it everywhere. Okay. All right. And we're going to go down on top of this, centering it as best as we can, getting it pretty good. Looks good. Okay. A little bit crooked. See that? I can see it. Shoot. Yep, a little bit off. Dang it, dang it, dang it, Sarah. Okay, we're just going to pull it, tug it just a little bit. That's better. All right, there's our first page. And all we got to do is do a little distressing around the edges. I do see where that white is showing a little bit. You know what I'm going to do? Where's my little brush? I have a super skinny, here it is, a super skinny brush that I'm going to run right here and along this edge. And I know I'm getting it on what looks like the picture. However, I'm going to grab the wet wipe and go back on top of the plastic here and just wipe that off. Because it, as you can see, reacts to the wet wipe. It's not the permanent, it's the oxide or the distress ink. So there's that. Cover with, okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and make this a side pocket. So we're going to just trim this. Oops, wrong. There we go. I go ahead and trim this piece straight as I can, opening this envelope on the end. It's kind of thick. Seems like that paper is holding well to the envelopes thus far. Okay, and there is our pocket. Okay, and then we'll take some this will probably be our project in the next video so that we can finish it. What time is it? Oh, we still have time. We're still good for today. I'm still I'm feeling my way through this project. As you can tell, I didn't make one beforehand, and I've never made, like I said, I've never made one quite in this way with envelopes. So yeah, so this is kind of a new project for me alongside you. I'm going to sit these over here. I have a tendency to dump those on my desk. And put this over here. Oh my gosh, my stuff is so crowded. I'll leave that out just in case I need it. Now, next page. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just surround the edges. What picture do we want to use? I am looking. Yeah, there we go. Look at him. He's cool. I like him. I don't want to lose the train. I love the trains in this kit. But he does look really cool. But we could use a piece that's less. She's pretty cool too. Check her out. So if I want her right there, I'm going to go ahead and eyeball this. And I want it to come down in that curve there. So just want to make sure, because I can trim off the other side if I need to. And I'm using the sides as my navigator as usual. Hopefully I got that as even as possible. Yeah. I think, because this is 32 pound, I think I can tear it. I don't think it'll be too bad. Just stroking this over the white right there. Now let's see. If I put it right here, yeah, I'll be trimming a tiny portion off of that edge. So that's what I was thinking would happen. So I'm going to grab, where's my, what do I do with my paper? I had, oh, here it is. So I'm going to go ahead and use my coffee dyed paper again. And I am just going to do the edges. Let's see, I don't even need that much probably. Yeah. I just need a strip for it to go. Okay. And then a couple of strips for the top and bottom. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, please no. Oh, she's okay. There's a little bit of glue right there, but oh, gee whizzles. I thought that was dry. That's what I get, huh? Need to wipe this up and clean it off. I know I should be using glue pages. I'm being lazy. I've got to move my stand and my computer on my stand and stuff, and that's why I didn't grab them. Yeah, let's grab them. So I'm not gluing straight onto my mat here. Okay. Let me scoot my computer back, my computer table, to get to some glue pages. I'll grab these orange ones. They're fun. They're just orange cardstock I used to use at my old office, and yeah, there it is here. So we'll do this. Some of this is going to get trimmed off. Scooch that over. A little bit more right here. All right. And then we'll get another piece, do the top and the bottom. I'm trying to hurry up now because I would like to get some of these pages covered and not just take forever. I want to do it on camera. I don't want you guys to be like, what happened? We didn't get to see the whole thing. And as we've talked about before, you guys have let me know plenty of times that you're good with me not editing everything and cutting parts out. So that is who my girls are. They like to see the whole process if possible. And I am more than happy with that because I don't like editing. I can do it. I actually can. I think I probably would be pretty good at it because I used to edit my own video, my own audio recordings. And when I did reading for the blind. And yeah, so, but I don't like doing it if I don't have to. I'm going to kind of pull back and let that be right there because I think that the paper will cover it. Now, on this piece, I am probably going to go ahead and use my tacky glue. I'm going to do a little bit. Watch. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Just going to go down that center and grunge that out so that it's kind of covered up. It's going to be covered with paper, but this center part, I want, when they look at it, I want to know that it's not bright white or this gray and black stuff. It's just grungy, see? Because it'll be visible. So slightly. It's just slightly, but it's enough to me to have to be dealt with. So I'm going to try to use my, should I use my clear tacky? I don't even know if this will work. Yep, it's all dried up. Let's see. Got to clean it out. Let me see. Are you good? Yeah. Okay. Go to new page. No, wait. Tara. Don't do it. I started to do something that would not have worked. So we're going to go down the side here, and I'm going to go as smoothly as possible because this is a pocket. We don't want to close it off, right? Okay. This glue will stay wet longer, which is what we need right now. This is tacky. It's the clear tacky glue, if anybody's wondering. Now in this part we can go up and all over because we want to cover this space and make sure the paper sticks down. Go up the edge, along this edge, and then here, here. What we don't want is it to cover this part, okay? You don't want any glue on that section because that's of course going to be part of your pocket. Let's see if I got enough. I can't see the glue. I'm shadowing it. Okay, so yeah. All right, alrighty. Now let's take this over here. Bring it. Oh, I went up too high. Shoot, I forgot. You guys, I'm so dingy sometimes. I really try not to be, but ultimately, y'all get to see the real me. It's just the way it is, and your Tara's a bit dingy at times. Thank goodness it's clear and it's just wiping right off. That's nice. I'm going to grab a dry wipe because that one is now flooded with glue. Okay. Because I screwed this up. And I'm going to go along this edge as well because some of the glue is seeping out. Okay. You don't want to rub this matte photo paper too hard. I haven't mentioned this in a while, but if you're trying out matte photo paper, remember that your ink, at least for me, I find that my ink has a tendency to rub off if I rub too hard, okay? So be careful about that. I obviously laid this down kind of crooked because otherwise I wouldn't have, or I cut it crooked. That's very possible too. Let's see. Yeah, I think I just cut it a little bit crooked, but that's okay. So there's our second page. Okay, so well, technically our first page. We have this side, and then we have this. Oops, then we have this side. What time is it? Oh, gosh, I am a slowpoke. I'm sorry. Now I'm thinking what I'm going to do is utilize the other side of this same paper for this page, okay? Why not, right? It's there. Might as well utilize it. Don't want to waste it. Ink and paper are not cheap, as we know. Plus, it just kind of gives you that, you know how you have those 3 pictures on the wall that just kind of pick up with each other, you know? Kind of gives you that effect, which is cool. Like they're the same picture, but you've got different pieces of it and they're in separate frames. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. If that makes sense. Making sure all that white is covered. Okay, and then let's go over right here again. And where's my, I keep sitting my coffee dyed paper off to the side and it disappears. Okay, I don't think I've got enough length for that, but I can do the, maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, if I do, yeah, I'm going to do a piece this way. And then if I do the other pieces wide enough, I should be okay. We're just trying to cover that edge, right? So if I do these high enough up, then it'll match up with this piece where it lacks in length. Okay, if that makes sense. Hopefully I'm making sense. I'm just going to do it the width of the ruler. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and decide to where do we want our pocket. I think on this one we'll do a top pocket. Now, because I don't really want to cut the length off of this, I am going to use my knife and I'm just going to take And I'm going to go, oh, actually, I don't need to worry because this is open right here. That's true. So I'm going to go ahead and just open it right at the seam instead of taking any height off of the envelope and interfering with my glue. Oops, with my gluing. Dang it. I was good until that moment. Shoot. Okay. Let's bring this in. Oh, come on, cut. Cut, you goofy thing. There. There, okay. Now, so I'll make sure this is glued down right there, but okay, so now that'll be a top loading pocket. And like I said, I didn't want to take any down on the length. So instead, I'm just going to make sure that this is glued down. Yeah, okay. So we're going to close glue page. You thought I forgot, huh? I didn't. I didn't forget this time. What time is it? Ugh, we're after an hour. We're at 1 hour and 1 minute and 20 seconds. Just in case you all were wondering. I'm sure you've got the timer right there at the base of your channel. Okay, so we're going to go up on this edge. You know what? I might go ahead and get this over the edge just slightly since this is an up and down pocket. And let it fold over like I did on that other one. Let's see if I can get it to fold over. It's a very tiny, tiny flap. Okay. I'm thinking, oh, crap, this glue, you know what it is? I bet I've got some glue seeping out on this. That's why it's doing that. Little tiny bit. Yep. Okay, because there's nothing on my table anymore. Okay, now go ahead and we'll do our bottom here. I think this edge, I think the length is just over the edge, so I'll be trimming it slightly if I'm not mistaken. That is going to seal our pocket a little bit if I let that sit right there. So I'm going to tear this off because I don't want this to be shut, you know, by the glue. Okay. I'll go ahead and trim that off. So you guys get the gist on me with what I'm doing. Now, if you use a paper that's vertical instead of horizontal like mine is, then of course you'll have a tall, skinny type setup, and you won't need to do the edges. But I actually kind of like, well, you all know this if you work with me enough. I like framing. I enjoy to frame stuff, and so have a look around the edge of something. So for me, this is actually not a bad thing to have to do, because it might have been something I would have done anyway, just because I enjoy that. So. Okay, now on this one, I'm going to start it here, and I'm going to go ahead and do that tear up to this corner here. I'm going to leave it right there because I want that part to be covered that I cut. Okay. All right, and then that is stuck down where I cut that piece. It's on there. It's good. Again, I'm just going to fold this over, I think. I don't need to cut it. I don't know why I cut it on that side. I didn't need it. Yeah, it's good enough though. Okay, so there's that. Now, once we glue this down, okay, the paper down, I'm thinking I may have to put a bead of my glue. Let's open this up. Now this is as most of you know, this is the art glitter glue. I'm just going to do the corner right here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want that top of that pocket sealed off. Okay. And my paper won't be reaching all the way over, but I don't want enough of it sealed off that the pocket's not usable. So I just did a teeny tiny corner. And once I get the paper on here, it'll cover that, and then it'll be closed. Okay. So I just did this little section right there. All right. So let's go ahead, put our glue down on here. And I'm not doing all the way to the top this time. Let's measure it and see where I need to be. Well, actually, I can just use this piece, duh, and go across from there, right? Yeah. Okay, so we want that. And I'm going to use it on this end. Okay. Around these edges. Trying to not make it so thick that it seeps into the pocket. Oh, I did it again. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys. I get nervous, I think, subconsciously. I do. I still get nervous. It's kind of like taking a test. You're being watched. You know, like somebody's standing over your shoulder. You guys are standing over my shoulder and I get nervous. Just a little. Okay. All right. Up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Okay. We want to make sure we can still open and close this. Now, the way we did the rest of this is really the only packet. Okay. Oh, I just realized I need to put glue around that edge. Duh, or it's going to be open. I'm going to use my art glitter glue for this side, just along here. I forgot to put the glue right here. Anyway, this is really, in mine at least, the way I did it, is the only part that I'm going to have to do this with, because the rest of it, if you remember, we glued those shut. Okay, so we won't have to deal with covering this like we just did on the rest of the, I'm going to just call it the rest of the envelope insert. Okay. Now, I'm going to fold this over, and I may go ahead and cut this so I can glue it down right here. So it'll just be a nice clean edge, I think. Especially because my pocket is actually, like I said, on the top. If it were a side pocket, I wouldn't want to do this because I wouldn't want to close it off. And I'm going to use the art glitter glue for this section. Makes a thinner stream, and I don't have to worry about it moving around quite as much as I do the other glue. Okay. All right, so there's that one. So, okay, now we have the front page. It's not the cover. Here's our cover. We haven't done the whole cover yet, but that's our first page. It's going to be. And then we'll have this one, and now that one. And of course, we're going to decorate. We're going to put pockets and tags and journal cards and some fun stuff. Let's see, what time is it? I got to let you guys go. I'll probably cover a couple more of these pages. You know what I'm doing at this point. And then that way on Friday's video, we will have gotten, you know, we'll be closer to having it done. Okay, so I really appreciate you guys joining me today. Thank you so much for hanging out and making this junk mail insert with me. Junk mail envelope insert. And please hit like if you received any value from this video. And if you're not a part of the Terrace Take family, please join in. If you're not a member to the channel yet, you get a lot of perks with that. There's 3 different levels. I believe I've already done a video for this last week to tell you about it. So I don't need to go into all that again, but it's in the front there under members. And also we have our Facebook group, Creative Cuties. And yeah, so please join us and hang out and have some fun. I love you guys. God bless you. And I will see y'all on the next video. Bye-bye.